All right, guys. This is Pattay's Performance First garage sale. Bummer. All right, she's very upset. Now she knows what it feels like when a person pushes you, and doesn't even bother showing up or contacting you the whole nine. Okay, the backstory on this garage sale was that a guy wanted to buy a blower and a weed whacker from us. Okay, fine, he found another post. And then he says, hey, do you have a lawnmower? Okay. We didn't talk about prices. She busted her behind. You know how big that behind is, right? That's a lot of busting. That's a lot of busting. And the guy canceled. Okay. He rescheduled. Busting. Busting because you sold a few things. Busting. Canceled again, then reached out to her again while she was busy doing something else, and we missed it completely, and we haven't heard from him since, so she's upset. Anyway, we put up our infamous package deal, right? Now, I know a lot of you guys are landscapers. I'm sorry, but we got a hobby to run. We got things to do, equipment to sell. So you guys are not gonna like some of the wordage that we use, and we didn't even use all of it. We put up our first package deal, and believe it or not, it worked out to our favor extremely, extremely well. I didn't want to do this, but the missus did. I'm gonna put a screenshot of our first package deal. We'll go over everything in the picture. Okay, it was a Craftsman lightweight push mower, not even a year old. This person used it to cut anything and everything but grass. She paid $35 for it, and all it needed was a carb clean. And obviously, she serviced it and cleaned it and the whole nine. Echo hedge trimmer. She paid $100 for, didn't need anything. Those weed whackers that we have, we've paid anywhere from like 50 to $100. Now, we are not paying $100 for a weed whacker, but I know there was one or two of them when she went to go buy something, she asked, hey, do you have anything else for sale while we're here? Is my mic on? Yes. And yeah, so while we're there, we'll spend it because there's really nothing to be lost, right? So these things are literally brand new. I mean, and there's just no effort to them. Now remember, because of what's going on, we have to adapt a little bit. Can't be doing a lot, can't be doing any wrenching, you know. Capabilities are limited, but I'm super, super proud of her. And she needs to get a little bit more confident, and I know I have to get a little bit more patient. And I'll get to that story why. All right, so this is a snowblower, and there's a little story behind it. We'll put this here. Okay. I had, keyword had, a customer who bought a snowblower identical to this. Had it for 2 years, never seen snow. So what did she do? She left gas in it. Called me up, said, hey, I heard you were highly recommended. Can you come take a look at my snowblower? Cleaned the carburetor, jetted it, did the tune-up. This past year she called and says, hey, it doesn't start again. You know what? Snow blowing is not in the cards for me. I just want to get rid of it. And she threw us a price of $500. And I'm like, I can't, lady, you know, listen, it doesn't run. You know, I just can't do it. I says, listen, I'll give you $3 for it. And we were kind of hesitant to do that because it was kind of late in the season. And we were kind of just trying to do like a nice balance act. We bought it. We put it up for sale for $650, and it sold in less than 24 hours. And we had multiple buyers that wanted to buy it. This person was just first to flight. This popped up for sale, as you could see it, but not as clean, for 200 bucks with the tire chains already, okay? It needed shear pins and she serviced it. I did teach her how to do the impeller modification because it's very simple on these machines. So yeah, this is really good to go. We'll break down the prices on all of this stuff. This is the machine that I'm super proud of her on. And I wish she wouldn't be so camera shy or nervous. And I wish I shouldn't be so critical or demanding or whatever. I'm not easy at times. She paid 50 bucks for this running, but the guy kept it outside underneath his boat. So it had some good bones and it had some bad bones. In the end, she ended up painting this machine and it came out killer. Super proud of her. Yeah, we don't have any before pictures. I think I just have distant pictures we put up for sale as is because once she got it, we didn't have our water on. So we got our water on, we cleaned it up with the pressure washer. And I'm like, Chris, this machine has good bones. Let's take this apart. So she touched up the side of the deck. Can you see that? There's little marks here from the wire wheel. No big deal. You see a little bit of overspray. Again, not the end of the world. This was like a faded gray. She hit that with flat black, but then once we put some shine on there, it brought up that nice deep rich color. And let's see, can we see anything? Yeah, see here, this person hit a rock. It bulged out and broke the paint. And you can see, yeah, just some more overspray. So just some proof that she did paint it. Again, a little bit of overspray over there. Again, not the end of the world. Of course, we spray painted the handles. Handles were black. This was gray but faded. We hit this with black, and you know, we use good paint here, so it sticks to the plastic really, 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 really well. So we put up that first package deal for $14.50 for all that equipment, including the hedge trimmer. I did not want to do this deal. The missus found somebody who wanted to do a lawnmower and trade in 2 lawnmowers. And I'm like, Chris, these 2 lawnmowers are gonna need work. Let me go inside. I don't need to be outside anymore. All right, so this person reached out to her and wanted to buy a lawnmower from us. We don't advertise trade-ins or anything, but he cracked our code. And he says, listen, I want to take this lawnmower. Here's my budget. I want to give you 2 lawnmowers as partial payment as a trade-in. They looked kind of really good, but I told Chris, man, listen, this is what's going on. You know, we shouldn't be doing stuff like this. You know, we're trying to get rid of stuff, not accumulate stuff. And she did it anyway. But she was right. The gentleman came with the 2 lawnmowers, bought that lawnmower. While he was here, he also picked up a hedge trimmer. Now, because of what's going on in this world, there's no secret, there is no surprise. Inflation and everything, where it's coming from, we know, but we're not going to talk about it because, yeah, that's not this type of channel. But we know. We know where it's coming from. So just like everybody else who increased their prices, we increased our prices. That $35 lawnmower that she got that was literally brand new, that lawnmower was over $300 brand new. And this thing looked minty fresh. So we valued that at $200, completely serviced, ready to mow. The guy gave us $150 plus his 2 lawnmowers. So we took those in at $25 each because they both had bags. They were both self-propelled, but we did it now. One of them is Key Start. That is a guaranteed $350. So that is an out of the park home run. That one boy self-propelled ran. It just had a rock jammed in the self-propelled pulley. So that was like, all right, you know, that easy repair for her. I didn't like that she had a grass flap for it. The paint on that's a little bit off. I'm not sure if we want to paint a one boy. One boy paint is something that we don't use a lot around here. So we did price it at $225 to cover her extra nonsensical BS purchase of a grass flap. So whatever. because she is Safety Sally. You know, that grass flap, you know, when you cut your grass, the grass flap does two things. One, it pads the grass down underneath, so it kind of gives you some striping. If you want to do a cheap striping kit, you add weight to that. But it also keeps rocks and stuff and grass that kicks up that doesn't catch into the bag or mulches. It keeps it back down on the ground and protects you. I said, we are the only people that replace grass flaps. And she's like, well, we are not like everybody else. Whatever. So I don't know if we're gonna paint that. You know, lawn boys are kind of tricky with their pricing. So we set that up for $225, the Toro's $350, no questions asked. We have a little video coming out that as well. And so now, because we sold part of that package, didn't want to delete that ad. Instead, I edited the ad and spliced in new pictures with the new lawnmower in there, minus the hedge trimmer, and we dropped the price down $100. So they're still getting, they're getting a better lawnmower. I wanted to keep it Craftsman, Echo. I didn't want to split up with 3 different brands. 2 simple brands, nice and easy, that can be bought together all at one store, Home Depot. And it's a really nice package deal. Now remember, on the premise, the more you spend, the more you save, but we also increased our prices. Now some of these are a little high, but we do that for the more you spend, the more you save. We would maybe ask for these prices individually, but we would take a lower offer. So guy's coming from a little bit over an hour away, so you know it's costing him like $500 in gas. So this is going to be some really interesting, really exciting stuff for us. When the first time we sell something, just in general, we're happy. Our first package deal this early in the game, extremely happy. We do have more. So the missus has been on an absolute buying spree and an absolute tear acquiring equipment because things have changed, right? Less work, more flipping due to reasons that you guys know and understand why. But she's still doing a good deal. Some machines we have to pay a little bit more, but considering the circumstances, we're doing what we can with what we have. So we're grateful either way. So let's get to this. Good. You guys made some pretty good time, right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Jason, nice to meet you.
Josh,
Jason, nice to meet you.
All right. So, this is all used equipment?
Even though it looks new, it's used about 2-3 years old tops. Oh, here's the owner's manual for the snow blower. Here's the owner manual for the snow blower, and then there's extra shear pins in here for it.
Yeah, very cool.
So.
Well, yeah, I should probably start. I'm feeling a little lazy after this long ass ride, but I'm like, I should probably start the.
Yeah. So.
Just run through it.
Yep.
Start it up.
So.
You don't need to like let it warm.
This choke goes up. Take this off the start. Prime for a good time. Give it a couple of pulls. Alright, so that's nice. Goes down. And then, you know, it's a little cold button. And this is like cruise control. And then shut that off.
Yeah, we got a backpack, but it's not that good.
Okay.
Echo's nice shit.
So this she'll appreciate because it has electric start for her.
Cool, bro.
Choke. Ready? So this has a modified impeller.
Okay.
So there's no more gap. So it's gonna pick up whatever it throws.
Gotcha.
So like, you know, the heavy wet and slushy snow you find at the end of the driveway?
I see what you mean.
Yep. It's not gonna clog up so easily. It's actually gonna throw it. The downside is you pick up a small rock.
Backside,
Yes, what happens is there's flaps in there. So the more you use it, you'll break them in more. Just haven't been using them much.
I thought that it was hitting this button.
Yeah. No, so that's that. They'll just break in. And so now more than ever.
Is that an aftermarket thing, or
Yep.
did you make that?
That's aftermarket.
Oh,
So
cool.
now more than ever, you know, like oil and water don't mix. Before you blow snow, cover the inside of the impeller and everything with WD-40, PAM, anything, and they're ready to rip. So just keep it away from the house, the cars, the windows. Picks up a rock. See you later. Love you. Bye.
We don't have any gravel, so hopefully.
Yeah, you never know what anybody anything leaves. Lawnmower is pretty simple. Everything is. Oh, okay. Oh, you want to see the blade? All right. Let's go on its side.
Make sure it's there.
Yeah. So here, if you want, give it a rip. Everything is automatic. Uh-oh.
Like automatic choke.
Yeah.
You don't have to play with it or anything.
So this is to go forward, and the harder you squeeze, the faster it goes. You know, you can adjust it.
Excellent.
And then your weed whacker starts up the same as the
I don't even give a shit about
as the backpack blower. Okay.
Buy them all. Got a pretty good deal here.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Ah, thank you.
Is that?
That's all right. Well, here.
Yeah, it gets frustrating.
Dude, if I had $1 for every time I got, I'm interested.
Yep.
If I was selling $100 bill for $1, first 100 messages would
Holy
be,
shit.
will you take this?
I know, right? What about starting it maybe and seeing if it'll, and that's pretty aggressive, but you never know. That one, this one. Yep. And everything else is easy peasy.
Yeah, it's gonna work out great. We got this rental property, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'll take care of the lawn myself," and I'm like, "Oh, really?" Well, usually have landscapers take care of everything. But this guy's like, "Oh, I'll do it," and I was like,
All right,
"Dude,
no
all right,
problem."
there you go. Snow removal too, right, dude?
Did you guys lock him in for like an X amount of time so he's like,
They're staying.
so you guys don't get.
Love it there.
All right, cool. Appreciate it, guys. Be well. Safe travels.